All right, hey everyone, and welcome back to the show all about yours truly, Donald J. Trump. I hope you enjoy this video, and if you did, then please consider hitting that like button and subscribe, and I will give each of you a small loan of $1 million with 100% interest.
What in the actual fuck was that intro, Donald? I am never agreeing to let you do one of them again, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what the hell was that, Donnie?
That, my friends, was the best intro ever.
All right, everyone, please hit the like and subscribe button if you actually enjoyed the video. Not because of Donald's ridiculous claims, but anyway, we did a few things off screen and received a number of Pokemon suggestions, and it seems a lot of you checked out that website I added in the video description of our last video.
Yeah. And actually, the most common request we got was for a Tyrant, which we also love, and so we decided to add one to our team, as well as a Charmeleon for our fire type and a Froakie for our water type.
Yeah, and I forgot Tyrant was available in this game, boys, and it's such an awesome Pokemon. And we went with Froakie too, since it's one of the coolest water types. And we thought it would be fun to have the starter Pokemon from different regions, since they're all available in this game.
And as you can see here, we have two of our newest Pokemon. And we had to do some training off-screen due to the fact that we have lots of videos to make as well as other things to do in our real lives. So for the sake of time, we felt it would be better to get our new Pokemon to roughly the same level as our team. Except for Tyrant, which we will train up with you all since it seems to be the fan favorite.
Yeah, thanks for the explanation, Joe. And also, I think we shouldn't evolve our Pokemon just yet, boys. Since they're about to evolve soon and we haven't let our viewers see them much, we should evolve them a few levels after level 36.
Good idea, Donald, and that will also let us get a closer bond with them.
Joe, you are so sad sometimes, seriously, bro.
How does me getting attached to our Pokemon make me the sad one, Donald? If anything, you're the sad one for not having any affection.
Joe, you're getting attached to a bunch of polygons in the shape of a lizard and a frog, LMAO.
Blah, blah, blah,
and
blah,
apparently
blah.
I'm the sad one. And was that really necessary too? Joe, we have a lot of growing up to do, don't we?
Well, how about we get back to this battle, boys, which is with Gabby and Ty, who are news reporters. And after this battle with her Donald, I get to be on the TV. Because they know I'm such a good Pokemon trainer.
Wait, what the hell do you mean you get to be on the TV, Obama? Why was I never on the TV when I played?
Well, after I win this battle, they will broadcast what I tell them on any TV in the Hoenn region, LMAO. And the reason why you weren't on TV, Donald, is because if they decided to interview you, you'd break the camera lens with your ugly face.
All right, holy hell, Obama, that was very uncalled for, wasn't it? And by the way, guys, after this battle, I think our Axew is finally going to evolve.
Yeah, finally, I was actually getting sick of looking at that Axew. It got so boring and old to look at, and it's about time it evolved and made a change.
Joe, what in the actual hell?
Yeah, Joe, what the fuck, bro? How dare you say all that to Axew? You know Obama and I get sick of you and want you to make a change from your creepy and sleepy Joe ways, but you never do? And do we complain about it?
Well, yeah, actually, you both do complain about it, Donald.
Whatever, Joe, that's not the point. The point is, you were being very mean and rude to our Axew, and when it grows up into a Haxorus, I will make it blast you with a Dragon Pulse.
Oh, what the heck, guys, check it out, a double evolution. I hope Gabby and Ty are filming this shit. This is definitely newsworthy content right here.
Yay!
Two right boys that absolutely deserves a yay. I'm so goated as a Pokemon trainer that I got two of ours to evolve at once. This is the promise of a luminous future for me, now I can tell.
Wow, Obama, you spent so much time with me that my ego is rubbing off against your one LMAO.
Guys, what is this place? The game is not letting us go in any further. We have a broken game, boys. Time to return it to GameStop.
Joe, you dumbass, it's not broken. We need the go-go goggles before we can enter the desert resort, which doesn't make any sense anyway, because in Unova we didn't need any goggles to enter the desert there.
Okay, well, Obama, why don't you go get them?
Only an idiot would laugh at their own joke, Joe. And we won't get them for a while anyway. We need to beat Flannery before we can, and then May will give it to us. And look, she gave us the HM for strength, but I don't think this HM is actually needed in this game to beat it.
Oh, check it out, it's the secret base dude Obama.
Wait, I don't get it. Why is the camera slowly panning up from this guy's crotch? And what is this secret base stuff about too?
Jesus Christ, Joe. I swear I'm going to edit the Urban Dictionary synonyms for moron, idiot, and dumbass to include your name too.
I hope they have enough storage in their database for the amount of words I could include in your edit, Obama. We may crash their systems, LMAO.
Instead of teasing me now, why can't you both explain to me what the hell is going on and then tease me afterwards?
All right, fine, Joe. This is one of the features introduced in the original Gen 3 games, and it's a fan favorite where we basically get to build secret bases all over Hoenn and put stuff in them, and that's about it, really.
Yeah, basically what Donald just said, Joe, but we can also display stuff and play capture the flag too and set traps and all that cool stuff. But no one really plays this anymore, so we won't be able to do the mini games. However, they introduced this feature in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, so we could potentially check it out on those games later on.
Okay, well, why couldn't you explain it to me like that in the beginning, Obama, instead of threatening to immortalize me on the Urban Dictionary first?
Because, Joe, it's funny, and also some of the things you say sometimes are just ridiculous, and you need to be told it's ridiculous.
And that has to be in the form of taking the piss out of me, does it?
Well, if you're asking me that, Joe, then you really are an idiot, and I wasn't threatening you earlier either. I am, in fact, going to do that.
Yes, I concur, Obama. But anyway, now we have the TM for Secret Power, which means we can teach that move to a Ninkata or something, and then build bases. I say we build a nuclear bunker for ourselves, boys.
Oh, hell yeah, Donald. We absolutely need to build a nuclear bunker. As presidents, it's only fitting we do that, but that means we need to find the perfect place in Hoenn. And I don't think that tree is a good place since, well, it's a tree, and I think it would get destroyed by a nuke.
And that base isn't very secret either, is it? But I do know of one cool place, Joe, that's very secret, which we can build our bunker at, but it will be a long time before we can get to it.
Yeah, and we can hide in that bunker whilst Team Magma and Groudon destroy the world. What a brilliant strat that is, and that's exactly what we'd do if Earth got destroyed, isn't it, Elmao?
Yeah, I would be super scared, Donald, so I'd just hide for months and months until it's safe.
Joe, you would just hibernate like a fucking polar bear.
LMAO Obama, that made me chuckle. Also, I noticed you haven't evolved our Frogadier yet, too. Why haven't you done that yet?
Well, Donald, it's because I thought we should spend more time with our Pokémon in its second stage, since we didn't do that much when it was in its first stage. But I think by the end of this battle, I will evolve it, since Greninja is just goated.
You know, something I've noticed, boys, is that the routes in this game are way longer than the others. Like in Sinnoh, we get to a city every 10 minutes or so, but in this game, all the towns and cities are so far apart.
Yeah, that's a good observation you made, Joe, but I think the stretch we are in right now is actually the longest part of the game. And the next city literally has nothing to do in it.
The next city is Fallarbor Town, Donald. And there is a contest hall there if you want to dress up and do that, LMAO.
Haha, so funny, Obama.
Well, if it makes you feel better, Obama, I really liked your joke.
Thanks, Joe. I feel even worse now.
Damn, Obama, this Levani gave you a lot of trouble, didn't it? You could have ended this battle way faster if you used our Charmeleon.
That reminds me, Donald, that I wanted to ask our viewers for nickname suggestions like we usually do, so please would you all leave some comments down below for our soon-to-be Greninja, Charizard, and Tyrantrum. I can't remember where the name rater is in this game, but I'll look that up later.
Oh shit, boys, we are finally getting Reuniclus. We are officially unstoppable.
This thing looks so weird, guys, up close. Reuniclus, with its green, gelatinous body and tiny arms, looks like a lime-flavored gummy bear that decided to go to the gym and only worked out its arms.
Yeah, and now the gummy bear is going to learn Energy Ball, boys. This thing is just going to be our powerhouse. I am so glad we caught it way back when, in the beginning of the game.
Obama, you forgot to evolve Frogadier in the last battle, you moron. By the time this little shit is lost, I expect you to have got our Greninja, and I just want to say it would have been even cooler if you got us an Ash Greninja.
I actually do have an Ash Greninja in my Pokemon home storage, Donald, but we can't use it in this game because it's a special event Pokemon, and I doubt many people have it actually except me, which just should show you all even more how goated I really am.
You know, Obama, it's actually really annoying how you're continuously going on about yourself all the time now. In this episode, you have called yourself the GOAT like 3 times already.
In my view, Obama is the GOAT. And I want to make him my bestie for Resty now, instead of you, Donald, since you basically disowned me.
Nah, Joe, I can't have you and this ego-fueled Obama ganging up on me, bro. You can officially be my bestie for Resty now again.
Oh, yay!
Joe, your IQ is seriously negative, you know. How dumb do you have to be to fall for what Donald is doing? And I thought you were the smart one after that stunt you pulled in our Pokemon White playthrough.
Well, you never said we could be besties, Obama. I don't just want friends, I want best friends. And since I only have 2 friends in the whole entire world, one of you has to at least be my BFF.
Joe, we can talk about this later because look, we finally have the GOAT of all the starter Pokemon. Greninja is just the best starter.
I thought you liked Typhlosion, Donald. In my opinion, Typhlosion is the best.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Typhlosion Obama. Well, he's also the best starter Pokemon too.
Donald, you can only have one best of something you know. It's like saying you and I were the best presidents.
Well, we all know who the best was out of us too, Joe. I did way more stuff than you did when I was President LMAO.
Before another argument starts, why don't we see what's going on around here, boys? I just met up with Lynette, who runs the PC boxes, and she told us to come visit her at her house on Route 114, I think.
Well, there's nothing else to do here apart from go see that fossil maniac guy if you wanted to, Obama.
We can get all the fossils we need from Rustboro, though, Donald, like we did with our tyrant. Plus, we have to continue with the story and head towards Meteor Falls since this part of the game is more dead than me.
Actually, first we have to go save Professor Cosmo, or whatever this guy's name is. Some of you may not be old enough to remember the Ruby and Sapphire anime series, but Professor Cosmo was in it.
I remember that series, Obama. It was so good and they carried it on for so many years.
So basically, this idiot professor got himself lost and we need to be the hero and save him. Can't we just, not do that, Obama? We have to beat the rest of the gyms and take on the champion. This professor clearly shouldn't be a professor if he is this stupid.
Donald, we have to save him. We don't have a choice, and as you're about to see, he is actually involved with some important people. But I agree, he is still an idiot.
Oh yeah, something we did just now was turn off the experience share, as we felt it was making the game too easy since our team is already quite strong. So Donald and I felt Obama was having an easier time than we did when we played since he has less work to do than us.
Yeah, and I'm not happy about this, Joe. If it's in the game, then why can't I use it? And it's not making the game easy if you two idiots had to do more training than me. It's called working smarter than harder.
Yeah. Obama, you're just lazy, but you won't admit it.
Donald, let's be honest here. If you were playing this game, you'd either lie and say you turned the experience share off when you actually hadn't, or you'd just get Joe to do all the training and claim you did it all. And when he chimes in saying it was him, you just tell him to shut the fuck up.
Wow, he got that down to a nail, Donald. That's exactly what you would do, LMFAO.
Obama, just shut the fuck up yourself. You don't know me.
Why don't we enjoy the fact our Charmeleon is evolving, boys? And we can get a Mega Stone for our Charizard to make it look even cooler. I think the Y version is the best.
Joe, you must be demented to think the Y version of Charizard is the best. Obviously, the X version is the best, and the designers knew exactly what they were doing when they were making the two versions. They made one better than the other for a reason.
Yeah, and I mean, that one change probably affected which version of the game people bought, even though Yveltal is way cooler looking than Xerneas. But since I was young boy back in the old days, I would pick the Pokemon game based off which legendary Pokemon was cooler. Leave a comment down below if you also did the same thing.
Not gonna lie, Obama, I also did that too, LMAO. But now it doesn't really matter since all these new legendaries have been garbage in my opinion. I mean, take Sword and Shield, those doggos may be cute, but that's about it, and they barely have any lore or backstory these days either.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with my bestie Obama on that point. He just made these new legendaries are just thrown into the game and literally have no story. I felt that was one of the main reasons which made them legendary to begin with. They had this mysterious aspect to them, like Ho-Oh, for example, and the Tin Tower burning down in Johto, and even the goat Arceus being born from an egg and shaping everything. Hell, even fucking Manaphy had a backstory.
Wow, Donald, that rant was even longer than your usual ones, bro. I didn't know you were so passionate about all this stuff.
Obama, when I really care about something, and I mean like really care about something, but then it goes to shit, I will make my stance and opinion heard because my opinion carries a lot of weight.
Like your tummy.
If you didn't know, and shut up, Joe.
Right. Okay, then. Anyway, boys, look, I made it to the Meteor Falls, and I don't know why, but this place reminds me of like a huge cheese for some reason.
Yeah, maybe this place was made by a bunch of Miltank Obama.
Joe, I love the way you go from sounding normal to suddenly sounding like an absolute moron in a span of about 3 seconds.
That's what he would put in his Tinder bio, Obama LMAO.
Donald, unlike you, I am a happily married man who loves my other human partner person very much. And that's the end of it.
He's such a dumbass, Obama. I mean, what is even the point of Joe, seriously?
I don't know, Donald. Probably to help us improve our patience, but anyway. Back to more important things. We have a double battle to do with one of Team Magma's admins. And some random grunt. And this battle is going to be way tougher than the original games, I can tell.
Well, we have no idea what they will use Obama, which I think is just exciting. It will keep you on your toes because for all we know, they could bring out a Suicune or something.
Yeah, sorry, Joe, but I find it hard to believe these two low-level Team Magma people would have a Suicune on their team. And there is only one Suicune anyway, and currently he is sitting in our PC box gathering dust in the Johto region, LMFAO.
Wow, that Dragon Pulse by Charizard wasn't that impressive, was it, Obama? I thought he'd release a way stronger move than that LMAO.
Yeah, not gonna lie, Obama, but if Charizard doesn't perform up to the standards we require, then I say we hold a vote on banishing him to the Phantom Zone for 10,000 cycles or whatever they said in Man of Steel.
Well, Joe, you can't talk because when do you ever perform to the standard which Donald and I require of you, you dumbass?
Obama, in any activity I carry out, I always bring my A game and my performance levels are on par with elite athletes.
By elite athletes, do you mean children doing their first ever sports event at school, running around with an egg and spoon, Joe? LMAO?
Instead of making this whole bit about me, Donald, why don't you bring it back to Obama, who just got Charizard killed by an Onyx of all things?
You're right, Joe. And now he has to bring out me because he knows I will be the only one to deal with these opponents because I am so powerful.
That's not why, Donald. It's just the special attack on our Reuniclus is so damn high that I can't be bothered to sit in this battle any longer than I have to if it means spending less time with you two idiots today.
Well, at least you taught Energy Ball to it, Obama. I love that move a lot. And other than Frenzy Plant, Solar Beam, and Petal Blizzard, it's probably the strongest grass-type move.
It's not the strongest, Donald, but accuracy-wise, it's up there for sure. I would also rather have Energy Ball than the other grass-type moves you listed out.
And wow, May has to have a Pikachu, doesn't she? Of all the Pokémon available in this game, she decides to catch that. I mean, she could have used a Melodic or used a Tyranitar, but no, she wants the cute little mouse.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Game Freak gave Pikachu its own Mega Evolution, Obama, just because it's the face of the company, pretty much LMAO.
Well, if they did that, Donald, I say we boycott Pokémon and go to the Tokyo Tower with our pitchforks and Pikachu effigies burning on sticks and tell them how we really feel, boys. Who's with me?
If you do that, Joe, you can go do it by yourself because Donald and I are already associated with you in ways we never asked for, and that would just make it worse.
I can just imagine Joe sitting outside Game Freak's office with his tent and sleeping bag holding up protest signs, with people wandering past him, wondering what this idiot Gaijin is doing. El Mao!
As my best friends, I thought you two would have my back, though, so I'm quite upset about this development, to be honest.
I just want to say it was good to see Darmanitan being used there, boys. That's not a Pokemon we see very often, and I'm glad Drayano added one in here.
I agree, Obama, but more importantly, since you switched out to me, we have beaten these two grunts faster than Joe can say the words ice cream, which means we've saved that idiot Cosmo Professor or whatever his name is, and we can get back to the main point of this game, which is getting Obama to be champion.
Wow, Donald, I never knew you cared so much as to getting me to be the champion. That was very mature of you, and you also made me feel very warm and gooey inside.
Don't get your hopes up, Obama. I have ulterior motives as usual, but anyway, check it out. Team Aqua's leader, Muxie, is here, and I think he looks way more boss status than Archie.
Donald, that guy is Archie, and the Magma guy is Maxie, I think?
You guys are confusing me so much, so just shut it. The blue guy is Archie, and the red guy who isn't actually here right now is Maxie.
Wow, and that Team Magma grunt just manhandled Professor Cosmo. What the hell?
Yeah, I didn't expect to see any action like this here in the Meteor Falls, boys. This is getting good.
And what's with these first-person camera point of views, too? That shot just now was the creepiest thing I've seen since Joe hoarded a bunch of outfits to give to Timmy and Tommy in Animal Crossing New Leaf.
So basically they were all after the Cosmo dude because he found a meteorite and they want to use it to catch their legendary Pokemon. Is that what's going on here, boys?
Yeah, pretty much, Donald. I think that's super unfair to just ransack this poor old fellow and take his rock away from him.
Well then, Joe, instead of protesting about Pikachu, why don't you protest justice for Professor Cosmo instead? An actual worthy cause to help get his rock back. I would back you.
Ooh, what a wonderful idea, Donald. You truly are my bestie for resties again. I bet my ratings for 2024 would go up if I did that.
All right, guys, all that shit aside, May took us back to Mauville City because both the teams are heading towards Mount Chimney where they plan to do that experiment of theirs, which means that's also going to be our next stop, too.
What's funny is in the anime, Maxie was actually the good guy in the end, and he was trying to stop Archie from destroying the world with his Kyogre, but in Omega Ruby, Maxie is the bad guy, which feels weird if you know what happens in the anime.
Donald, the anime isn't the be-all, end-all, and everything has to follow that for the series to make sense, you know?
Obama, it does matter, so shut the fuck up, and on that note, I say we end this episode, boys. So thank you all for watching, and if you enjoyed yourselves, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing.
Whatever, Donald. But yeah, in the next episode, we'll take on Team Magma or Aqua, whichever one it is, and then head to Fallarbor Town and take on the Hottie Flannery for our 4th gym badge.